All right. Oop. Hold on. I am going to fix this really quick. I do not like how far off the screen I'm. There we go. Perfect. How's everyone doing? We got Cappy and Silly Billy. Hopefully everyone's having a good day so far. We are going to keep going with our hunts for this shiny Charmander. I'm hoping we can get this thing. Genuinely hoping, so that way we can get to Bulbasaur. We can finally get out of this stupid lab. I want out of this lab already, chat. No, I don't like the lab. I want out. I want my freedom, Em. No, I want my freedom. I don't deserve it. Wow. I don't think you realized I've been in this lab for weeks. Even though we took a big break to play some Pokopia. Hey, I deserved it. It was a fun game, okay? Hashtag free blue in the chat. I want my freedom. Give me liberty or give me death. I don't want to... No. Can you imagine how sad Charlie would be if that happened with me? But I love just how he's draped over your leg. Alright, I want to check this out quick too. Yeah, why is it doing that? Hold on. How many times do I have to change the routing? Alright, I think we're good. We'll bring the chat back up. There we go. I believe we have luck today. I don't think so. I don't think we got luck today. Also, that got moved as well. No. There. Okay, that was all sorts of goofy. I'm happy I noticed that. That would have bugged me. That literally would have bugged the ever-living heck out of me. Let's see. Nothing. Yeah, we should be able to get to about 7,000 encounters, I'm believing, today at the very least. I was going to say, if things go well, we should be able to at least hit that. We're just going to keep the grind going. We got one Squirtle, so I'm happy about that. We just need to get Charmander and Bulbasaur. That's all we got to do. Now, let's just hope we got some luck here. If we can get this shiny today, I might pop off. The big thing I'm looking at is I'm not even looking if the Pokemon is shiny. I'm looking if the border of the summary is blue. Because that should be the screen that happens, or the screen that pops up when we get the shiny. So hopefully, we can get our hands on that. Keep mashing A. I hope you can get the shiny tape. I'm hoping so too. I'm really hoping so too. To be fair, we are still under odds by quite a bit. So it's one of those things, like, I can't complain. But at the same time, I could dream. We could dream, chat. But, yeah, I don't know. It's just one of those things where I would like to be able to get out of this lab to try to do other hunts. I feel like that could be a lot of fun. And plus, this also takes a while for the soft reset. And then getting through a lot of the text and stuff. Like, it would be cool to get a little farther in, get our Sweet Sin Pokemon, get that grind all going. To be fair, I probably could do that with the Squirtle game. I could do that with the Squirtle Switch, to be fair. But I want to make sure, like, all of our Pokemon are going to be at the same level. All the experience is the same. That's, like, my big thing. Is I want everything to be uniform. So, like, when we do go for Deoxys, the Naval Rock Pokemon, all that good stuff, we will be solid. Dude, we gotta do Naval Rock, too. That's gonna be interesting. Let's see, nothing. Not gonna lie though, chat, it does feel really nice the fact that we got our big systems up again and running. Compared to just running in circles in ZA. Just hoping for a shiny Alpha Dratini. I'm hoping it's Alpha. I hope we end up getting an Alpha. That's gonna be huge. That'll be huge for the Nuzlocke. Alright. Nada. You know what? I should really check the natures as well. I should really keep a tabs on the natures, because I don't remember if this is frame-based, or if that was just solely Ruby and Sapphire Emerald. Because sometimes, like, your shiny chance would change depending on when you start up the game. That's how people are able to, like, manipulate everything. And not having to deal with the OSHA violations. Yeah, I'm sorry. I fell off those roofs a lot. Let's see, brave, adamant, docile. Okay, no, we're good. It is not seed-based. It's good to know, honestly. That's very good to know, because that... I know that concerned me when we did the Wishmaker Jirachi hunt. When we did that. And I was always so concerned, because, like, it's like 13-minute resets. And, like, the natures kept coming up the same. And luckily enough for me, I wasn't doing anything wrong. It was just kind of weird. Yo, Virizion Loops.
Hello there.
How you doing, buddy? How you doing? Dude, it feels so weird. I keep looking over here. And, like, my camera isn't even over there. My camera's just not even over there. It's, like, right in front of me. But yet, I keep looking off to the side. Probably... There we go. I should probably put this in front of me so I can jostle the joystick every now and then so it stays. How you doing, my guy? Hopefully you're having yourself a good day so far. I need to get better at mashing these buttons, so. Dude, chat, I am, like, so tired. No, like, my brain's fried. Our supervisor had us take an hour break today because we had a food truck. And... oh, that just made time drag so much. It wasn't even funny. So, like, I feel like my brain's fried because we lost, like, all of our breaks on top of that because of it. Still in Ohio? I was like, I haven't seen this guy in a while. How's life, man? I'm still in Ohio. I haven't moved. I was gonna say, I'm still in Ohio. So, I was gonna say, I'm doing pretty good. I should be hearing back, hopefully soon. I have an assessment for a programming job, so hopefully that goes well. It'd be nice to have my own office. It'd be nice to have my own office and actually be able to do something that isn't on a factory floor. It'd be a nice change of pace. So I'm crossing my fingers that I get it. It's right up my alley. Now I was gonna say, imagine just my brain isn't gonna be going a mile a minute on, oh, okay, we should do this, 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 and this, and try to plan everything out, and struggling to follow through with everything when it comes to that. Dude, I got, like, so much ambition, but yet not enough energy to go for it, man. Like, my energy level lately has just been... No, it's kind of crazy. I never thought in, like, a million years that my energy level would just be that bad. Getting gold sucks. Just saying. Getting gold sucks. Let's see, what are we looking at? No blue border. That's awesome. Were you on Twitch a while? Then do you mean, like, recently, Virizion Looms? Or are you talking about that big break that I took? I was gonna say, because I did take a big break, but that was just because our internet was really bad and we couldn't find a provider around here, so we ended up having to go with Starlink. That was, like, really our only option since we live out in, like, a country setting. No other internet can really get to us besides for, like, satellite internet or... I don't know why I thought I saw a shiny mark. I was like, oh. But, yeah, it was probably the break. I haven't seen you until, like, forever. Yeah, no, I took a big break. We've been streaming for a while now, though. We streamed on Monday. We got a shiny only Nuzlocke in Legend ZA going on right now. And it's interesting. We're actually trying to go for a shiny Alpha Dratini at the moment. We're trying to get our roster just stacked up right now with some decent Pokemon and some interesting Pokemon. We're trying to find a happy balance. Like, Pokemon you normally wouldn't see for a Nuzlocke has been, like, my targets. And then Pokemon that will help us out if we end up getting screwed over later. But, yeah, no, it's that big break that we took was literally just due to the fact of just internet was horrible. No, like, they updated, like, all the towers around here, and then all of a sudden, our internet just, it just did not want to connect. Like, it was just a piece of crap when they updated all the towers, and then we got screwed over. No, the weather's all over the place. Like, back home, like, in Wisconsin, like, they got a ridiculous amount of snow. Even, like, I heard Michigan got, like, slammed, too. Like, I'm talking, like, 30-plus inches of snow they got slammed with. Like, I was even seeing pictures, like, snow was, like, going up to roofs. Like, one-story roofs. It was insane. Like, I feel bad for, like, my family. They had to, like, shuffle themselves out. It was just... It did not look pretty. And I'm happy I didn't have to deal with that. Like, they were even calling off, like, work, and that's rare. Like, I used... with me, you know... used to live in Wisconsin and all that good jazz, right? Oh, I could have just pushed the B button. With me, that I used to live in Wisconsin, right? And, oh, we're getting 14 inches of snow. Well, they still expect you to come in. Just leave 2 hours early. What are the shiny odds in this game? It's 1 in 8,192, I believe. It's 1 in 8,000. I can tell you that much. Yeah, no, then I did my move. I did my move to Ohio. To be fair, I regret nothing. I regret nothing with that move to Ohio, but I still root. I don't know if you see that pillow in the back. I still root for the Wisconsin teams. What? 1 in 8,192. Thank you for the confirmation for Zane Looms. I don't know why. When it comes to the exact odds, I always forget. I get close, but I always forget the exact numbers. And to be fair, like, for us, since we're doing multiple switches... Oh, I don't think I've been counting the past few times. Oops. Our odds are theoretically a little bit better just because we're doing multiple switch systems at the moment. So that also helps. No, it's going to be fun, like Safari Week. That coming up this year, we're taking part in that, chat. We're going to be doing Safari Week this week. So I'm excited. And I think they got Egg Month as well. We'll probably take part in Egg Month. New full odds are 1 in 4,096. Yeah, from Gen 6 onward, they literally just, like, cut it in half. To be fair, I'm okay with those odds, too. Until it comes to, like, Scarlet and Violet. Because you're running into so many Pokemon. It's theoretically, like, the time to find a shiny has been cut down by a lot. I think what they should do, they should either have a toggle or bring it back to the 1 in 8,100. Because then basically what would happen, since you're running into so many Pokemon, it would essentially go back to 1 in 4,000. Oh, I don't know if you guys heard this. Pokemon Go, they actually changed their shiny rates. They made it harder to find shiny Pokemon. Yeah, no, that was interesting. I know a lot of people were very upset about that change. Pokemon Platinum for like a year with 8 phases. And that's the thing that I really like with shiny hunting and fire, like the older games. It's one of those things where it feels a lot more rewarding to find a shiny. Like, shiny hunting in the newer games is still fun. I still enjoy it. But it's one of those things, like, these games just feel so rewarding to get. Because, like, you're putting so much time into it. It's like its own, like, journey, almost. Oh, really? What are the new odds? Yeah, the odds for the newer games and the older games, Gen 6 onward, is 1 in 4,096. A lot shiny hunting without a trim. I meant in Pokemon Go. I don't remember what it was, but I know like it got changed with the Pokemon Go event. I think you accidentally turned your TV on. Welcome. All right, nothing there. All right, back to normal, chat. The fiance does not want to be shown on camera. Gotta respect the boundaries. What? No, I didn't hear that. Well, I'm happy the microphone never picked any of that up. Yeah, I was gonna say, it was like a whole thing that I saw. It like started on Facebook or something. I personally would like to look more into it. I've never been one to shiny hunt on Pokemon Go. The only things I could think of that I did was for like the event, like Diancie just came out, for example. I got the ticket for that to do it. A few of the exclusive Pokemon that are like mythicals you can't get anywhere else. And then I did Meltan and Melmetal. Tell him I said hello. Frisian Loop says hello. Hello. But yeah, no, just everything lately has just been kind of chaotic. Between the coding thing, I'm training multiple people for my position as well. A bunch of different video projects that I have off the top of my head. I'm trying to figure out like what would be interesting for people to watch, because like I want to do like one decent sized project a month or every other month, and then try to have some stuff that would be a little bit easier to edit but would still be a fun watch for people. And I'm like chomping at the bit to do something, but I can't think of something that I feel like would be worth people's time. Like, I thought of like let's do a Nuzlocke series. We'll do it like episodic for people that like to watch through the whole thing. And then like the final would be like, oh, okay, well, we're gonna do like the story video where everyone's like, oh yeah, beating Pokemon Sapphire with a Vulpix or something. And it would be like a story thing like that. I was thinking about something like that to where everyone kind of gets what they want. But at the same time, I don't know if that's something people would really come to a shiny hunter to watch. You know what I mean? You know this? Oh, yeah, Magikarp Jump? Yeah, no, I've seen Magikarp Jump. I haven't played it, but I've seen it. Also, yo, Michaela, how's it going?
Hello there.
Gonna do my boop for this round. No, so I've been kind of like jumping all over the place. But I feel like right now, just with this new job prospect, I'm kind of at like a standstill with that whole thing at the moment. I love this game. Dude, it sucks you can't get Magikarp Jump anymore from like the App Store. I know. There was like this Pokemon, I think it was called Pokemon Duel. It was basically like statues and you had to like go around the board. And like you had to like specifically like knock out like the other opponent's pieces. That was so much fun. That was so much fun. I loved that. Sadly, it didn't last very long by the time I got into it. It did not last very long at all. Sad to say. Okay, the internet's telling me the new odds in Go are 1 in 512, which isn't bad. No, that's, if you think about it, that's like shiny hunting in Scarlet and Violet with a sandwich, essentially is what it is. And to be fair, for Pokemon Go, I don't think that's horrible. Like, you get a lot of encounters, but at the same time, you still have to put in a lot of effort to get a lot of encounters, because you actually have to get up off your butt and walk around and, like, genuinely try to find them. So I feel like the 1 in 512 is still good. It's low enough to where you could still find shinies and give you motivation to get up and go. But if it was like a 1 in 4,000, I feel like a lot of like people that shiny hunt on Pokemon Go, they'd just be like, eh. I would say for the raids though, they should keep them lower. For like the raids or the Dynamax Adventures or whatever, they should still keep that lower because that does tend to cost real world money if you're trying to hunt. Haven't seen Michaela in forever. Hope you're well, girl. I was gonna say it's been a hot minute. To be fair, I feel like it's been a hot minute for a lot of people coming in here just for the fact of we were doing a lot of Pokemon Pokopia. There we go. XE Gale. No, it's really funny you say that. Me and Emily, we were talking about how the how Nintendo's year might look. And she was like, yeah, you know what? We haven't even gotten a release because we got on the topic of Pokemon. So, with us not getting any new Pokemon games this year, I think we'll get a Pokopia DLC. I think Ruby and Sapphire are going to come out this year. And then we also got Coliseum and XD to hold us over until the new Gen 10 comes out. And we got Champions. We got a lot to hold us over for this year going into next year. And she was like, yeah, but we haven't heard anything on XD yet when that releases. Not even half an hour later, I get a notification, Pokemon XD Gale of Darkness, now on Nintendo Switch 2. It's like, what the heck? Yeah, no, and honestly, I'll probably end up playing XD. I'm not gonna shiny hunt on it, I don't think. Maybe, they have Uncatchable Month, right? They have Uncatchable Month, so I might do XD and something else, but do, like, the battle CDs. I feel like that could be a fun time. Honestly, I thought those were the old odds, so I didn't mind the change. Yeah, it's one of those things, like, oh, thank you for putting more water in them, hon. I'm playing it right now. I'm resetting. You know, Michaela, you can't transfer the Pokemon, right? Like, I'm not saying you shouldn't hunt it. I'm just making sure. How many encounters you needed for... So, for the shiny Squirtle, it was about 1,600, roughly. I need food. Dude, Chinese sounds so good right now. I actually had Taco Bell for lunch, so... I'm trying to be better with my fast food, chat. I'm trying to be better with my fast food. Like, I'm trying not to go as much, because I'm a fast food fiend. Like, I could go to fast food every day and just mow all that down. I'm trying to be better with that. It's a waste of money, and it's not very good for me. So, I'm whittling myself down. Like, I'm trying to have it, like, once every other week is what I'm doing. But I'd say I'm doing pretty good. I'm doing pretty good with that. But, dude, I don't know. Is, like, Chinese from a restaurant considered fast food? Like, okay, genuine question. Do we consider takeout fast food, chat? To be fair, I would consider it, yes. If you didn't cook it yourself, I would consider it fast food. I don't know if that's just me. I know, like, a lot of people are like, well, fast food, that's more of, like, your McDonald's. Anything with a drive-thru, essentially. Missed you, buddy. It's a long time no talk. Yeah, Michaela's been putting in those hours for XD. That's what's been happening. It's just for that reason. Yeah, I was gonna say, I don't know. I've been trying to get better. Like, my big thing is, and I've been lacking on this, chat. I've been slacking. I've been wanting to try to get more into the cooking side. And I did really good, like, one weekend where I pretty much cooked, like, almost the whole weekend. And then I just stopped. Like, my energy level tanked. I need to do something with that here soon, chat. I gotta do something with that here soon because, boy needs to be able to cook for his lady. Just saying. Like, I feel bad. Like, I could do a lot of the basic stuff, but, like, oh, well, I want to do, like, a special bake, you know, or, oh, a meatloaf. She doesn't like meatloaf, but it's an example. But, like, I want to start learning how to do some of that stuff. So that way, you know, she doesn't feel like she needs to cook all the time. I need to get better with that. And nothing. Start a cooking channel. I don't think people... I mean, that could be kind of interesting, though. A cooking channel from someone that doesn't know how to cook. The Chinese spot is constantly calls my name. You see, that would be like my... that would be dangerous for me, because, like, Chinese and sushi are, like, the things that make me cave. Like, I have a hard time resisting when it comes to that. That would be interesting. Hey, can I start a cooking YouTube channel? Why not? I was told no, I'm already busy with this one. I mean, we could always stop doing Pokemon and just do a dedicated cooking channel. By the way, I'm joking. If anything, maybe, like, when I start cooking, I'll post updates or something. We'll post updates in, like, the Discord. Been a little while, Michaela. It's good to see you. Hey. I was just messing with you. Honestly, I really love that idea, Snickers. That's why I was, like, if she gave me permission, I would probably try to go for it. But it would be more of, like, just whenever I cook something new or whatever, then... yeah, I'll post something up, but I wouldn't go out of my way specifically to make content. It would just be like a little branch off to this. Be careful, Bigfoot might find you. Yeah, Big Dad, who's Bigfoot? Currently, Shiny Hunted Scroopy with Dex Nav. I already have one. And I'm getting another for Shiny Drapion. Wait, so if you're... what game are you specifically doing this on? Just out of curiosity. Is it, Omega Ruby Alpha Sapphire? Nothing. Darn it. I'm just trying to get every single shiny starter at the moment. We got the Squirtle. We got our female animate Squirtle. We're looking for Charmander now, and then we gotta do Bulbasaur after. I just hate beats. What, Ruby? Omega Ruby. A peanut butter and jelly sandwich tutorial? I mean, if you guys want to see it, I could do a PB&J tutorial. I could have it posted up for you tomorrow if you guys want. Now, the question is, do you put peanut butter on both sides of the bread? Or do you do peanut butter on one piece of bread and then the jelly on top? Just out of curiosity. How to perfectly cook a frozen pizza. Okay, to be fair, I can't even cook a frozen pizza right. Either it's a little bit burnt or it's a little bit soft. I can never get it just right. Omega Ruby is my favorite Pokemon game. Dude, I am a huge Gen 3 person. Just saying. Can you cut the crust off? I mean, we could cut the crust off. That was... I'm sorry. I understand if you want to lurk. I appreciate you saying something, but I am so sorry your chain broke. I've ran into that so many times before. It sucks. Wait, Dan, why does your leg hurt? Did Bigfoot get to you, or did you, like, fall over, or what are we talking about here, Dan? This is how you make a bowl of cereal. That I could do. You pour the milk in first. Then you pour the cereal in. And by the way, if any of you guys actually do it that way, you're heathens. You're heathens if you actually do that. I am not sorry for saying that. If you pour your milk in first, and then you do cereal, you're heathens. You need to do the cereal first, then the milk. That is the way that it has to be. That is the way it was meant to be. Well, I find it much better to put the milk first. No. Why do you find that better? I'm sorry, but why? Like, why is that better? Can someone give me a logical reason? I just do. Okay, Gaming Dad, what's... Like, why? Did, like, someone teach you that growing up? Like, was it your parents? Did your parents teach you wrong? What's the actual reason? Explain! I taught myself... Oh, that explains a lot. You taught yourself. Well, Gaming Dan, not to point this out, but you're doing it wrong. Do it the other way. It'll feel so much more natural. That's the way nature intended it. You do the milk last. Because think about it. If you pour the bowl of milk, or you do the bowl of milk first, right? You pour the cereal in the bowl, you're going to have milk splashing everywhere. Milk will go everywhere. What are you doing? Right back at you, Loops. It's good to see you again. Okay, that's the end of my TED Talk on cereal. You only put cereal second when you still have milk left? You still want more? Okay, that is understandable. I understand that one. But if you pour your first bowl, you should be doing that. I think I've mastered the milk first. There's no mastering it. That just means you're a psychopath. I'm joking. You're not a psychopath, but you might be a heathen. Omega Ruby is awesome. I think most of my shinies are in that one. But I've been hunting at Gen 4 games for the last couple of years. Best of luck today. Hey, Dylan, thank you so much for the luck.
Thank you!
I am hoping we do get some sort of luck, because once we get our shiny Charmander, it's off to shiny Bulbasaur. And that's the last one that we need to get, and then we can finally leave the labs. And probably what we'll end up doing, chat, by the way. So this way we could have at least our 5th Switch up and running. We're going to take the Bulbasaur, and we're going to trade it over to the game where Squirtle's in. And then we're just going to go from there. That way we could still keep the multiple systems going. Interview Blue. How does it feel having a meteor hit us? I would expect it to hurt a lot. Wait, are you referencing, the meteor that exploded over Ohio this morning? Yeah, no, fun fact. Apparently, a bunch of people reported a huge boom that happened. And there was this meteor. It was, like, super early this morning. Like, this meteor literally exploded above the skies of Ohio. Okay. Cappy, I'm probably gonna catch some heat for this. I've actually never had Nutella. No, I didn't hear it either, Verizian. I didn't hear it or feel it. I don't think I was in, like, the area to where that was. That or I was so clocked out. Because, like, yesterday, I worked till about 4:30. I got home, and I ended up... I don't know why. I had so much energy. I think it was just excitement. I was so excited about... So, with that whole programming job and stuff, right? They seemed super excited about the whole thing. So, that got me excited. And I genuinely think I'm going to get this job, chat, by the way. I genuinely think I'm going to get it. And I am ecstatic. I'm ecstatic about it. So I got home, I had all this energy, and I burned it all doing, like, a bunch of housework. Like, I was, like, on a spree, right? So, and honestly, that tired me out so much. I think I don't remember waking up until my alarms went off. And to be fair, that doesn't happen all that often. Wait, supposedly there was also Bigfoot sighting 2 or 4 days ago in Ohio, too. Oh, it's funny. There was a Bigfoot sighting in Wisconsin last month. Like, there was like 2 or 3 of them, I feel like. That was probably what people in my city asked me about it. No, it's funny. No one brought it up today, like, at all. No one brought up the whole, meteor. And to be fair, I wish I could have heard it and seen it. But you know what? I just thought of this. I bet a Ring camera might have actually caught the flash of the explosion. I bet a Ring camera somewhere probably caught it, but the amount of footage that people probably have to sift through... I did not do my click. Oh, but yeah, no, it's... I guarantee you a Ring camera somewhere caught it. Like, the amount of things that the Ring camera could catch is insane. Like, there's actually people, it's like, they'll, like, triangulate, like, the footage of ring cameras to figure out, like, oh, this is where this was taken. It is insane what the people of the internet can actually do when they work together. It is insane. Like, I guarantee you, I could take my camera and show, like, 3 pixels outside my window, and people would be able to figure out where I live. It's insane. It is literally insane. I need to go live somewhere that's kind of hot and cold, like in the middle. Why is it snowing that's stopping than being cold in March? I don't know. Hey, I'm just happy it's not like Wisconsin. I'm not having to deal with 30 inches of snow. Like, I feel bad for my family. The fact that they have to, like, dig themselves out. Like, that ain't no... That's not fun. Not fun at all. I would be losing my mind. But at the same time, I feel like Ohio is pretty good. Like, yeah, we get, like, one big snow every now and then. It just feels like a more mild Wisconsin. Essentially is, I guess, what I would say. Hey, Dan, just look at it this way. Snow season is almost done. I just saw this. I got jelly beans in my, on my counter, and I kind of want to grab some jelly beans. I'm, like, so tempted to get some jelly beans. Nah, I can't get distracted. We can't get distracted. I want to get up to 7,000 encounters, chat. Like, I want it. The urge of shiny is overgrowing the jelly beans. Dude, and it's weird to think. Like, Easter is coming up soon. That and, like, the Mario movie comes out in, like, 2 or 3 weeks. Like, that's even crazier to think about. We got some bees here in Ohio. Is it that bad? Just unpredictable. It's almost summer. Beads. Yeah, jelly beans. I like me some beans. I think Charlie down, buddy. He's trying to look up on the table. I think I work at Easter. I think I got off Good Friday. Like, mind you, I work at a factory, so it's one of those things, like, we work factory hours. It could be kind of weird at times. No, it's almost... Yeah, no, it's... The weather in Ohio is just ridiculously unpredictable. Like, Wisconsin is very similar, but I feel like they kind of get it more to an extreme level when it comes to, like, snow. What is my favorite Pokemon? My favorite Pokemon's Alolan Vulpix. So, and I like to explain this a lot so people don't think I don't want people to think I'm a furry, right? So, because that's kind of our logo, too. Growing up, we had this toy Pomeranian, and his name was Zeus, right? And Alolan Vulpix looked like my childhood dog Zeus when he was a puppy, right? Just pure white coat. It ended up turning into, like, an orange caramel color. But ever since then, like, I have not been I've not been able to get over him, right? So he's always kind of been a part of me with, like, the channel logo. So my favorite Pokemon actually ended up becoming Alolan Vulpix due to that. But if we can't count Alolan Vulpix, it's got to be Jirachi. I love Jirachi. I work from 11 to 4. My schedule is normally 6 to 4:30. But once my hours pick up, it'll probably be 4 to 4:30. Nice. No, it's one of those things. I have a very weird taste in Pokemon. Like, I love Alolan Vulpix. I love Galarian Corsola. I like Jirachi. I like Flygon and Altaria. I like Deerling. I like Deerling and Sawsbuck. I know, it's really weird. I like the Hoenn Zigzagoon line, by the way. Let's see. I'm trying to think of other Pokemon I like. I like Mega Absol Z. That's a solid Pokemon as well. I like Flamigo. I like the Pawmi line. I was gonna say, we noticed a trend that I tend to like the more cutesy Pokemon. I don't know why, but apparently there's a little correlation there. My favorite is Ferrothorn. Dude, Ferrothorn's dope. Dude, okay, I'm gonna say this. So I actually used to play competitive Pokemon back with Generation 5. Ferrothorn was like the bane of my existence. Dude, the amount of times I would actually run into a Ferrothorn and it would literally wall me out every time. It would literally make me rage. I should ride to ban all baby Pokemon. Wait, what's wrong with baby Pokemon? Like, yeah, they get annoying and try to get them to evolve through happiness and all that, but I don't think it's all that horrible. Mine's Bulbasaur since I was a kid, but I learned to love Shedinja. Dude, Shedinja's amazing. Like, and mind you, I'm just saying that because, like, the gimmick is so cool. Oh, my favorite bug type is Vivillon. I know that might annoy some people, but I just love the different patterns. It's awesome. Literally, probably, like, one of my favorite gimmicks that they introduced into Pokemon. One of my favorite single Pokemon gimmicks. Nothing. Solid pick. I love when people have niche Pokemon as their favorites. This would be Scarlet because she reminds me of my cat. That's a solid one. To be fair, I'm not a fan of the starters that get up on 2 feet. But I will say this, Cinderace and Meowscarada, I feel like kind of get a pass. Incineroar, I wasn't a fan. And I swear to God, if Pombon gets on 2 feet, I am going to be sad. I will literally be sad and I will be upset. Like, you cannot have a Pomeranian Pokemon, a Pomeranian dog starter, and put it on 2 feet. If they do that, I riot. If they put Pombon, like the evolution, on 2 feet, I riot. Just saying. Totodile is one of the cutest Pokemon. The funny thing is, in Generation 2, Totodile was like my least chosen. Like, I really loved Cyndaquil and Chikorita. Chikorita is not a very good Pokemon. I understand. But it is adorable, and I love its design. I will admit, it's not very good in Johto. I agree with you guys, but it's adorable. Because double battles in Oras, I used to use Shedinja and Golduck. People would forfeit. Dude, I love double battles. That's definitely my way to go. I want to see Buff Dog on 2 feet. No, you don't. No. Well, you got a Buff Cat on 2 feet, Gaming Dan. That's what you get. You don't get a Buff Dog, you get Buff Cat. Have fun. If Pop-Up stands up, we riot, Game Freak. No, and honestly, like, please don't. Like, I'm okay with Pokemon getting on 2 feet, but don't do that to me with the Pomeranian. Come on, just don't. And I already know they're going to do something weird with it. I understand, but keep it on 2 feet, please, at the very least. Keep it on 2 feet. Dude, Shiny Clauncher is amazing. Like, I'm not a big fan of Pokemon turning red as shinies. Just, I'm not a big red person. Clauncher and Clawitzer, it works so well for it. Like, how can you not like Mr. Krabs? Gekwa? Emily has already decided to go for Brout. I don't know what it is with her and Brout, but she likes Brout. I don't know. It's one of those things, like, with these starters, like, the more I look at them, like, okay, my question is, if you had to compare Gen 10's Pokemon to any other generation starters, what would you guys compare it most to, right? Like, what feeling are you getting from these starters? Because I'm going to tell you guys this now. I am getting a huge Generation 3 vibe from these Generation 10 starters. Am I the only one that's getting this feel, or is it just me? Like, when it comes to Generation 3, it has been the only generation where I would genuinely pick any of the starters. And I like all the starters with their designs, right? I'm getting that same feeling with Generation 10. Shiny Luxray, let's rebuy. Shiny Luxray is very solid as well. There's not many shinies that I could say that I'm not a big fan of. But I will say this. like Dragonite, like Shiny Dragonite, I've never been a huge fan of. Like, I feel like they did not choose the right green. If they were going to go for green, they should have done something either a little bit darker or a little bit brighter. I really don't like the water starters. See, for me it depends, right? Like, Bulbasaur has been... Okay, going through each generation, chat. Bulbasaur was my pick for Generation 1. Generation 2 was Cyndaquil. Generation 3 was Mudkip. Generation 4, Piplup. Generation 5 was Oshawott, which, to be fair, I didn't like any of the Gen 5 starters. That was, like, my first generation where I did not actually use a starter. Generation 6 was Primarina, or Poplio. Generation 7 was Scorbunny. Am I missing one? No, I'm not. Yeah, No, I'm missing one, aren't I? Hold on. I don't know why. I feel like I'm missing one. Oh, I'm missing X and Y. I'm missing X and Y. Yep, Gaming Dad and Silly Billy, thank you. Generation 6 was Fennekin. And then Generation 7 was... Generation 7 was Poplio. Generation 8 was Scorbunny. Generation 9 was Meowscarada. But to be fair, it was the thing again where I wasn't a fan of, like, any of the starters. So, I really skipped out on the starters. And to be fair, I actually kind of like skipping the starters and, like, going with, like, all the weird picks. Like, oh, well, I had Flamigo on my team. I had Deerling on my team. Fennekin over Goat Froakie. Gabe's gone. To be fair, I don't blame people for... Froakie was honestly such an amazing starter. Like, I don't blame people. But it's one of those things, like, Fennekin was so cute. And then it got on 2 legs, and it ruined it for me. So anytime I have a Pokemon game where I'm playing, it's like, oh, well, I'm going to put Fennekin on my team. Okay, I'm just never going to evolve it. I just end up never evolving my Fennekins. I was going to say, it's one of those things, like, I don't hate it. But, like, my enjoyment of Fennekin just kind of fell just seeing it evolve. It's like, I think I chose the wrong one, chat. I think I chose the wrong one there. No, Gen 6 starters are pretty solid. Like, mind you, I'm not a big Chespin person. The other two I like. Now, I was going to say, like, basically from what I'm seeing with the starters with Gen 10, I would pick all the starters. I would pick all of them. But since I'm a big Pomeranian and dog person, I have to go dog. Imagine Venusaur, 2 legs. To be fair, I would love to see, like, can someone just make art of, like, every single starter just standing up on 2 feet? Also, wait a second. Hold on. I want to see if I can find this chat. I swear. No, I'm not crazy. I'm not crazy. Fennekin over Froakie ever since using Mega Delphox. I heard Mega Delphox is actually amazing. I'm trying to... It's gonna drive me insane, chat. This is literally gonna drive me insane. So, there was a scene in the first season of Pokemon, right? There was a scene, and basically it was like they get on, or they wash up on this island after the whole SSN thing. And what ends up happening is, ooh, I didn't realize I had YouTube playing. Sorry, chat. So there's a scene, right, where they just get off the SSN, they wash up on this island, and it's all these super huge Pokemon, right? And it turns out they're all mechanical. But you see Venusaur on its hind legs, like getting in like a pushing match with the Blastoise. I was trying to find that to put it on screen, because yeah, we've seen Venusaur on 2 legs before. My first ever shiny hunt with Masuda method in Oras, but I gave it to my girlfriend back then, and she still has it, but evolved. I might hunt for it again. My very first ever shiny hunt I ever did, it was back when Black and White was out, and it was my very first ever full odds hunt, and I could not understand the Venusaur. Thank you. It was Venusaur. It was in Black and White, and I could not understand what the shiny hunting methods were, because, like, I didn't have internet back then, right? My dad did not want to pay for the internet, and so I'm trying to figure out how to shiny hunt myself, and I literally caught every single Lillipup that I came across, and it was full odds, too. I didn't have the charm. I ended up getting it. I still have that, Lillipup to this day. Well, Herdier. Or Stoutland, I mean. I still have the Stoutland to this day, chat. And I regret nothing. That was, like, literally, like, single system, sitting on the couch, literally pitch black out, because I would always stay up super late, just trying to get my Stoutland. And I ended up getting it. It was a pain in the butt, but I got it. It took a few nights. You got a Fennekin plush not too long ago? I would like to get a Fennekin plush. I would genuinely like to get a Fennekin plush. I'm just trying to be good with my money right now. We do have a wedding coming up. We got some house stuff going on. Like, we want to redo the upstairs. I've been saying this for a while. But it takes money, chat. That takes money. And there's a few stuff that I need to get replaced. My weed whacker caught on fire last year. Well, started smoking, I guess I should say. Not on fire. But it started smoking, and it's an electric weed whacker. That's got to get I need to get that replaced. It needs batteries, because it doesn't come with batteries. All that stuff. Wedding coming up? Yep. We don't know the exact time frame, but we're looking at October. We're looking at October this year. Things may change, but we got everything kind of slated like it's going to be in October. I actually started watching Pokemon, but I'm only on episode 11. I would love to watch Pokemon again from the beginning. But at the same time, there's so much stuff coming out. Malcolm the Middle's coming out. We got all these movies coming out. There's a few anime series, like Mashal. A new season for that's coming out. There's quite a bit for me to catch up on. Platinum and hunted again. 10 years ago? I would keep it a Fennekin. To be fair, Vrizine, I would. If it's like a 10-year anniversary, I would hunt for another one. Like, if I were you, do it. Oh, you're getting married? Congratulations, brother. Thank you. Honestly, the best decision I ever made. The second best decision was moving to Ohio. And I know everyone likes to meme up Ohio, but if you want to meme up a place, Wisconsin's worse. Trust me, Wisconsin is like 10 times worse. Just saying. Second best decision? The second best decision was moving to Ohio. First best decision is getting married. I was gonna say, I'm ready to accept the cringe. Charlie, what are you doing? What are you licking? Dude, he just became such a floor licker, chat. He'll just choose a random spot on the floor and just lick. Well, I gotta give them credit for having Columbus Crew. Because, like, okay, some things some people may not know for Wisconsin, right? The most serial killers is one of them. we also have more bars than churches. That's a big thing a lot of people like to say. Another thing Wisconsin has, for example, it's the drunkest state. In the top 10 chart, we have 3 of the most drunkest cities, right? We tend to have, I guess I shouldn't say the crazier crimes. We got a lot of crime in Wisconsin, but if you look at Florida, dude, Florida, there's just so many crazy crimes that happens there. Like, if you ever, like, listen to, like, podcasts where they're going over just, like, random crimes or, like, true crime stuff, it's always Florida. It is always Florida. Or body cam footage. I swear, 50% of the crime, or the time, right, it's, not Eau Claire, it's La Crosse, Wisconsin, or it's Florida. No, Florida's all over the place, like, and mind you, I'm not saying the people in Florida are crazy, right? Florida is a very popular destination spot, and it's a popular spot for people to move to because, like, the weather's nice, right? I understand. But you tend to, when you get a high volume of people traveling through there for a vacation or having a fun time or spring break, you're bound to get people that are going to do some crazy stuff. You get alcohol involved, or you get weed involved or whatever. I don't know if it's legal there, but you're going to tend to get a lot of people that are going to do a lot of crazy things. You know, you never know. But when you get variables like that involved, also alligators. I mean, mind you, when me and Emily and her family, we went on vacation to Florida, it was last year. We did not run into any alligators, but we did see some dolphins, like, right up by beachside. Like, we were up on the porch. And her sisters and her nephews and all of them were out there, right? And it was like, you could literally reach your hand out and you were able to touch a dolphin. Like, that's crazy. Like, I was geeking out. Like, to be fair, I wish I was down there at the time. Like, the picture opportunity was amazing. Like, so many cool pictures could have been taken, but there would have been no way I could have gotten down there in time, man. There would have been no way I couldn't gotten down there in time. But honestly, that makes me sad. I missed such a good opportunity. That's known crimes, too. Stuff happens all the time that's not on the news. Well, and that's just it. That's why, like, like, if you want to get, like, news and stuff, like, especially for, like, areas like that, you can't just rely on mainstream news. You gotta look at, like, YouTubers that focus on, like, journalism or crimes or stuff like that, because they'll get, like, the weird stuff. Like, oh, I'm trying to think, like, people that get, like, body cam footage and they'll release it, like, they specifically have to pay to get the body cam footage released. Or just anything like that. So, like, a lot of the stuff doesn't get reported. But it's one of those things where, like, for example, they have, like, in Wisconsin, right? They got, like, nosy groups for, like, different areas, like, depending on what town or county you live in, right? You could join that Facebook group, and they will literally post, like, oh, well, this happened so-and-so and so-and-so. And then people make, like, videos on that, and they'll dig deep into a lot of that stuff. It's crazy. No, I didn't get a chance to take a picture, because by the time we noticed it, they were already a little too far away for us to get to, so I did not get a chance for a picture. Cleveland is not a good place after 2 a.m. Oh, that's like Milwaukee. Milwaukee is a horrendous. And I'm saying this, and I'm sorry. I know some people like Milwaukee. Milwaukee is a horrendous place. It's gotten to the point where it doesn't matter what part you're in, even if it's downtown. You don't trust it. And it's like, with how Milwaukee is, it's made me so, like, hesitant with Chicago. Even, like, the good parts of Chicago, it makes me hesitant to even go there. Right? And I'm not saying all Chicagoan people are bad, or all people from Milwaukee are bad. It's the few outliers that do super crazy things, right? Think of it like an echo chamber, right? So, or not an echo chamber. You got the few that yell the loudest, that over yells everyone else, right? and it kind of just ruins it. Right? It's the select few. And that's what makes me so scared to go to, like, these bigger city, like, the big cities, like Milwaukee, Chicago, and stuff like that. It's because the world's just gotten crazier, mind you. Like, the world is not how I remember it, which makes it a little bit scarier. Yeah, I was gonna say, it's one of those things, like, I don't know, I'm always a very cautious person, especially since now I got a family to worry about, too. Like, my level of caution has went from, like, a 5 to, like, 12. It literally just got dialed up to overdrive, because I don't have to just worry about myself anymore. I gotta worry about someone else. Right? And if it wasn't for that, I would probably be more willing to take risks and stuff like that. But I have to take care of other people now, too. So it's one of those things where it's like, I am, like, cautious overload. You should go to the wilds. Wait, Gaming Dan, what's the wilds? You mean, like, go off the grid, go on my own? Because I was going to say, I don't think I could live off the grid. I don't have what it takes for that. Just going to say that. Like, okay, so it's not living off the grid. To be fair, it would be interesting experiment to, like, try for, like, a month. I don't think I would be able to live like that, to be fair. I wouldn't be able to live off the grid, because, like, no internet. You would have no cell phones. You would have to get your own electricity, so, like, wind or solar. And then you'd have to do your own livestock and stuff like that. It would be interesting to try to, like, feel, like, what the lifestyle is like, but at the same time, it's like, I don't have what it takes. I will admit it. I am technology dependent. Bus that takes you through places with animals inside. Oh, so it's kind of like the safari from Disney World? Is it something kind of like that? I don't know enough to live off the grid. You see, I'll say this, like, I feel like I know more than, like, the average person to be able to live off the grid, but I don't know enough to fully live off the grid. Right? I feel like I know more than the average person, but I still don't know enough to live off the grid. Like, I know all the stuff that I would need, but would I be able to keep up with it? Would I be able to maintain it? I don't know enough about animals. Like, I could do a garden. I could do stuff like that. Like, that would be fine. But I don't know enough about, like, livestock and stuff like that. I wouldn't. That and just maintaining, like, solar panels and stuff like that. Like, I could get books and read up on it. But I am so technology dependent, like, when it comes to the internet, like, streaming is, like, my hobby, right? Like, I love streaming. If I didn't have that, like, what would I do? Right? Like, what would I do? I would have to find a whole new hobby, and to be fair, I don't think I could find a hobby or anything that would be able to, like, top streaming for me, or content creation. My family went there many times. Wait, is this in Ohio, by the way? Yo, Crustle, long time no see. I feel like it's been a hot minute.
Hello there.
I feel like it's been a really hot minute. Done being homeless before at some point in my life, but not in the middle of the woods and stuff. To be fair, I'm gonna say this now. Know how to book a hotel like a champ, though. Experian? Dude, I'm trying to think of, like, those, cringy, ads for, like, the hotels. Like, oh, book with, the lowest cost, or whatever. And I can't think of one. No. In my opinion, Verizian Looms, I feel like being homeless in the middle of a city would be way harder than being homeless in the middle of nowhere. Just for the fact of, like, and mind you, I'm just kind of thinking out loud here. But, like, if I was homeless in a city, I would have a chance to panhandle. I would have a chance to ask for stuff. You know, ask strangers. I would have a chance to raid dumpsters and stuff, right? If I'm homeless in the middle of, like, the woods or something, I would have to figure out, can I eat these purple berries? Are they poisonous? And I would end up I would just get poisoned because I ate the purple berries. And I wouldn't know. I'm just saying. Priceline, thank you. Priceline. I don't know. If I had to be homeless in a city or in the wild, I would take the city in a heartbeat. Mind you, it's a lot more dangerous, but at least like I would still have a better chance of having a full stomach without having to eat tree bark. No, and like I don't even want to imagine what it would be like. And it's one of those things like, you know, it's kind of sad like the mentality of a lot of people on the streets when they walk past a homeless person, it's like, get a job. And it's like, not every person has that opportunity. Like, not every person has that opportunity. And I won't lie, at one point, I was like that. But after, I've been listening to, Financial Audit, right? It's a podcast where people go over their finances and stuff. And it really got me thinking, like, some people really don't have a choice, right? Like, you know, they're not able to get a job, like health reasons and stuff like that, right? Or, you know, it's just they physically can't do jobs, or no one's hiring, or, you know, like there's something on their record that's stupid or whatever. Like, there's multiple reasons. So, the fact that or it's just the cost of living. That's a big one. The cost of living in some of these areas is so high and obnoxious. You know, they don't have a choice. It's just, I can't imagine what it would be like to be in, like, a major city and be homeless. Like, being out in the wild, like, yeah, we could joke about that, right? It's one of those things, like, how many people are going to be homeless out in the woods, living like Tarzan, you know, eating fleas off people, and, like, I doubt there's really many people like that. Genuinely. But it's one of those things, like, I cannot imagine what it would be like to have to do that. And to be fair, I don't want to think about that. I don't think it would ever get to the point for me or Emily, but... Yeah, I feel for anyone that's had to deal with a situation like that. It's just one of those things where it's like... You know what? That would be I wonder if anyone's actually done that. Living like you're homeless for a week or a month. I wonder if anyone's actually done that. I wouldn't mind watching that and reacting to that. I would not mind that. Oh, you're getting ready for soccer, aren't you? How has that been going, Gaming Dan? Life's so much better now, but I've seen some stuff, man. No, like, it's just one of those things, like, I don't know how people could do that. Like, and mind you, like, the thing that really kind of, it was something I was watching today, right? So, the guy from that financial audit, right? He had this one guest come on, and he was basically, his parents were paying his rent and everything. He couldn't get a job. And he couldn't stand for more than 8 hours, right? So he had a job opportunity from Whataburger, but he couldn't take it because he couldn't stand for more than 8 hours. It was a medical issue to the point to where it wasn't possible. And he ended up becoming homeless because of it. And he was homeless for like a year or something, I believe. And yeah, it's just one of those things. Like, I saw him I saw the episode before, right? Where he was doing okay, like, he still had a place to live, he was still doing all that, and then they had, like, a show, like, a year later, like, showing, like, this is where he's at now, and, oh, God, that looked rough. That just, seeing the state he was in was just, I felt bad for the guy. To be fair, the guy was a little crazy with the death threats and stuff, but still, like, even someone like that doesn't deserve it. But I did find a private trainer, so I get... How much is that private trainer? Just out of curiosity. You change your mentality altogether on the streets. I need food. No, and that's exactly how I see it. The necessities have to come first. Like, cologne, that's secondary. Like, you should only get luxuries when you know you're good. Like, my big thing is I like to have a financial cushion. Is a big thing. I like to have in case of emergencies fund. To be fair, it could probably be better. But, like, right now, we're trying to get this house more set up. And it's just one of those things, like, I could be better with my money. I could definitely say that. But we want to make sure that we got a space for, like, oh, we're ready to have a kid, right? Let's have the upstairs ready for when we're ready to have a kid. Because otherwise, they don't have a room. That's been, like, my big goal, is getting stuff ready for that. But am I doing, like, good financial decisions when it comes to all that? No. I am playing it very, very, very ballsy. I will admit that. But at least I'm not spending the money right all off the bat. It's being put somewhere, so if I have to dip into it, I can. But I feel like a lot of people, it's very, like, they'll focus more on the stuff that isn't that important. Like, for example, like, you know, do you want to cook a meal for $20? Or I guess I should say you can cook multiple meals for $20, right? Or do you want to go to Taco Bell? And I'm saying this from experience because this was my order today was a grilled cheese burrito, a burrito supreme, and a large Mountain Dew. That was my order for today, right? And that was $17, chat. How many meals can you cook for $17? You can at least get 2 meals for $17. And potentially with leftovers. Can't wait to go to Germany. Ooh. Wait, Crystal, why are you going to Germany? Small light. Wait, 220, is that a month? Or what are we talking about here? Guess I go to sleep. Bye. Good night, Cappy. I appreciate you coming in and hanging out with us. I'm sorry, I don't know what it is. We've been... Last time we did Fire Red Leaf Green 2, it was very weird conversations. And to be fair, I like these conversations. I know we bounce all over the place, but I love it when we have these conversations.
Thank you!
But I appreciate you coming in and hanging out with us. I'm going to a theme park. Bit of a theme park nerd. I feel like that's actually becoming more and more common. A lot of people are getting, like, really big into theme parks. And I'm saying this now, I'm deathly afraid of heights. Like, I'll walk around a theme park, and I will enjoy myself watching people go on those rides. But I cannot get myself on those rides. I will gladly walk around and hold onto your purse and sit down, right? And I will sit down, I will hold your purse, I will watch you go on those rides, and I'm going to have a blast watching people on the rides. Or just walking around the theme park as a whole. I'm a huge walking person. You could tell me, it's like, can you walk 10 miles down over there? Now, I will enjoy it. I will enjoy the whole freaking walk. But when it comes to, like, getting myself on those rides, and if it's something high, I can't. Hi, buddy. I know, you want my attention. Hey, you got a little bit yet. Oh, no. You got a little bit yet, sweetheart. Theme park, Cedar Point. I've had people try to get me to Cedar Point before. It's one of those things, just never gone there. I can't justify spending that much money to walk around a theme park and not, like, I don't know. Like, if it's just me and Emily, she's not going to get on a ride if I don't get on a ride. We need, like, a third person. Am I going to get the bottle, buddy? Okay, he wants belly rubs. I walk around, most of the time, but I'll go on a few, coasters. Wait. What? Wait, Brizzy, do you mean sloshed? Like you're walking around just having a few drinks? Okay, I know the manufacturers, build the book. Wait, seriously? I cannot think of a roller coaster manufacturer. Like, at all. I mean, have you went? I have not gone to the Ohio State Fair. I've been to the Wisconsin State Fair, but not the Ohio one. And the place you're thinking of, Gaming Den, is probably Cedar Point. Is, like, the main place, I believe. After I get off the coaster, I'm trembling. Dude, I just can't with heights, dude. Heights scare me. Like, even, like, growing up, we went to Disney World twice, right? And even back then, I just couldn't. Just not having the control with that height scares me. Why? Like, even, like, for example, like, getting on an airplane to go to Florida, I think I was literally having a panic attack. Like, I was struggling hard. And that's what makes, like, because we decided we're doing a honeymoon next year. And we're actually doing Japan. Right? So, we figured, once in a lifetime, you know, it's something we both want to do. Let's do it. You know, let's make a memory out of it. And... Stop barking, sweetheart. I love you, I do, but... being a little turd. Heck rides B&M for... Oh my... Okay, you are a roller coaster nerd. Actually, I wouldn't even say a nerd. You're a roller coaster buff. Something else? Six Flags Great America? Oh, King's Island. I've heard of King's Island before. I just can't remember where I've heard that before. Alright, back. I'm sorry, guys, if you see me in the corner of the screen. The dog needs the belly of rubs. The rubs of the belly. You're a good boy, but come on. I used to go with a group of friends there. Now I'd end up losing the group because I drank and wandered eating food. See? Okay, chat. This might sound sad, and please don't get sad. But ever since I moved here, I still do not have friends here in Ohio. Like, so, like, stuff like that, I don't really have the opportunities to actually, like, go out and do stuff like that, right? Like, basically, my routine is, I wake up and I go to work. I get done with work. I either stream or I spend time with my fiance and my pup. And maybe I'll do a little bit of housework and then I go to bed and I rinse and repeat. And then the weekend is, like, either a content day or content weekend, or I'm working on stuff for, like, around the house, right? So I really haven't had much time to really go out and, like, make some friends or anything like that. And it's like trying to go out to, like, theme parks or, like, concerts and stuff. Like, I can't. It'd be weird just to go by myself with some of that stuff. And I'm not about to, like, make Emily go, right? And it's like, oh, well, you could ride the roller coaster. I'm just gonna chill here, right? I'll hold your purse. To be fair, that would be kind of awkward. Like, just going on a ride by yourself. Like, bruh, I was in the orchestra every year. We would go there. That was a thing. Six Flags is so, I think it's Six Flags Great Escape. Is pretty sure. Wait, there's another Six Great Escape. Is that, like, the biggest, like, Six Flags ever? I haven't done that in years. Most of my friends don't speak. I work and come home. Yeah, that's like me. Like, I work and I come home. It's one of those things, like, I still enjoy myself, right? Like, I still enjoy myself. Like, I'm not, like, all sad. I'm not all depressed. Like, Emily and Charlie, like, they're more than enough for me, to be fair. Like, I don't exactly have to go and get friends, but I feel like that's kind of the thing that happens when you get older, right? Like, you have a hard time making friends, and then there's a big stretch where you don't have friends until you have kids, and then you become parents, right? And then you have your kids, and then your kids will have friends, and then you become friends with the kids' parents' friends, right? And it's just a huge circle. I'm sorry, it's probably hearing that, it's like, oh my god, I'm having an aneurysm. My brain is going way too fast from my mouth. That tends to happen a lot, I apologize. It's definitely better, being with your lady. I don't care, oh, I've missed the good memories. Yeah, I was gonna say, like, I would like to take her to a theme park at some point. It's just that I can't do the big rides. And, like, a lot of the rides, she's like, no, no, those are small. Those are small. I look at them, it's like, those are some really big rides. I can't. Once I get out of high school, I just want to work for 10 hours, relax for an hour, go out and play USL 2. Just repeat. Hey, I was going to say, once you get out of high school, Dan, that's a whole nother beast, my friend. I'm going to say this now. Enjoy school while you have it. Like, the real world, I'm not going to say it's horrible, right? It's not horrible. But it's one of those things to where growing up, a lot of people, well, like, I want to grow up faster, right? And I'm saying a lot of people. Not everyone. But a lot of people just, like, they grow up way too quick, and then they get out of high school, and they miss it. And it's like, I wish those days were back, you know, type of thing. Enjoy the time. All I gotta say. Perks. So wait, is Six Flags, like, slowly going out of business? Like, if they're selling parks, that's kind of bad, isn't it? Enjoy your youth, bud. Exactly. Enjoy it. I might have half my class in Career Center. See, I never actually understood. I'm gonna say this. I never knew Career Centers were a thing until I moved here to Ohio. I had no idea it was a thing, but, like, why aren't there more Career Centers? Right? I feel like that's such a good opportunity for people. Like, to be fair, I am kind of sad that I never had the chance to actually go to a Career Center. Like, the amount of possibilities that can open for people, I feel like people don't understand. Like, it's insane. Right? Like, mind you, in my school, like, it's a smaller school, so I understand. But the stuff they taught you was not fully applicable. Or, like, it wasn't fully, like, useful for, like, real-world stuff, right? Like, algebra and stuff, like, there's times you're gonna use it, there's times you're not, right? But at the same time, like, I don't know, like, it would be nice, like, yeah, I want to go into this, like, home ec, like, that's good. I feel like everyone needs to know how to cook. I feel like that's a very valuable skill. Or, automotive, like, it's good to know, like, how your car runs, what's, you know, how to fix your car if it breaks down, because that's expensive, right? Or childcare, like health, right? Like, that's a good thing to have, too. Like, that would be a good class. But instead, it's like, okay, we got cursive. Let's teach you how to do cursive. No one does cursive anymore. No one does cursive anymore. Like, if they're citing checks and stuff, they're literally just doing, like, your standard, like, T, right? Your 2 lines. They're not doing the squiggly line and then one straight line. Give you so much experience. And they also give job... No, exactly. No, it gives you time on the job. You can get a job, like, right out of school, too. So, in my opinion, it's, like, career centers, like, amazing. Like, when we have a kid, I'm doing a career center. Like, we're gonna do a split. They were doing really bad, but they merged with Cedar Fair. Wait, okay, that's the one with Cedar Point and other parks. They're still struggling. They are sacrificing some of the smaller parks for higher quality. Isn't an English curriculum anymore. I know. Well, and that's what I'm saying. Like, I got the doc signature. LO. My cursive is crazy. No, it's funny. It's I was thinking about this the other day. We ended up going to a Mexican restaurant the other day, right? And I went to go sign my name. It's like, huh. So I did a few on my lunch break today. And I did a few notes of my name, right? And it never looked the same. My signature never looked the same. It was always drastically different in one way. And it's just crazy to think about. Like, you know, we learned cursive, but honestly, for what? No one uses it. Like, it's good for, like, your signature, for example. Like, because it's hard to replicate your signature if you're doing cursive. So it's a protective thing, right? But no one really uses it anymore. It's a dead thing. They gotta do a cursor. Exactly. And to be fair, it's one of those things, like, you need to be extremely careful what you go to college for. Right? Because it's one of those things, you got AI that's taking some of those things away. It's taking some of those careers away. And some of these careers, like general arts or something, right? Like, that's going to get you nothing in the long run besides for debt. Like, I am sorry. Like, depending on where you are, it may be useful. But if you're in, like, the bum nowhere of Ohio and you're trying to get a general arts degree, like, what? Like, no, what are you doing? I understand, like, that's a hobby, or it's a passion of yours or something, right? But realistically, how many people are looking for general arts majors? It's not that many people. When you could go for something that, you know, that are like, I'm trying to think of, like, other degrees that don't really get, you don't get much out of it, out of the money that you're spending. And then you kind of get screwed with that. Could have had a chance to go to OSU. But I was like, nah, this college life ain't for me. College is for some people, and it's one of those things, it's hit or miss with college, right? Sometimes it's something that it's like, oh yeah, you know what? You know, this would be good for me. Other times it's like, no. And it also depends on your area too, like the area you live in, like, is it an area for trades like plumbing, electrician, or is it like a bigger city to where, like, yeah, schooling actually would be beneficial? I had to be taken out of class for writing, my handwriting was so bad. Okay, I'm not gonna lie, my handwriting is atrocious too. Trust me. I trade my signature, I don't know why. Yeah, I probably should try to do the same, to be fair. Like, my signature is just so atrocious, it's not even funny. Physics and engineering pass, so I could get into a theme park video. And you see, physics and engineering, that's a good degree to go for. Like, you will get your money's worth. I will say that. But there's some degrees that are essentially useless that's meant to take your money. The only one that I could genuinely think of right now is, like, there's a few degrees in the arts that is literally just meant to take your money. I haven't went to college, but I partied at Kent State a lot in my older teen. You were a partier, huh? I never would have pictured that, Verizian Looms, you being a partier. Not gonna lie, growing up, I was kind of in the same boat. I partied a lot. I was a big partier, but I'm happy I kind of got that, I'm happy I got all that out of my system, man. Well, anyways, I'm gonna head out. I got homework to do. See ya. Gaming Dan, I appreciate you coming in and hanging out with us. Hopefully you have yourself a good rest of the night, my friend.
Thank you!
And we're going to continue our encounters. I need to learn Dutch because my dream uni is there. How difficult of a language is Dutch to learn? To be fair, I know English is really hard to learn, but I haven't really looked into, like, any other languages. Like, I know people that learn Spanish, but I'm going to say this now, Krusty. If you're going to learn Dutch, try to keep up with it, because if your dream university is there, and say if you slack on it, you're going to tend to forget a lot of it, and it'll eventually just fade. That tends to happen with, like, a lot, like, I went through algebra classes and everything, and I never used any of those skills, and it kind of just faded. Like, I don't remember them anymore, right? So be careful when learning a new language. That is a possibility that you'll learn, but you'll forget. I only go to bars and eat now. Like, for me, like, the only time, like, if I drink, right? I'll come home, I'll have a Moscow Mule every now and then, right? And that's about it. And it's very rare that I go through, like, a big stint, like, oh, I'm gonna have a few drinks, right? And, like, even if we go out and get food or go to, you know, go out to eat or whatever, right? I don't really get any drinks because I'm normally the one driving. I'm not about to put a drop of any alcohol in me if I have to drive, especially with Emily in the car. But, like, if I come home, there's nothing happening, I'm gonna, you know, maybe sit down and relax, have a Moscow Mule, make myself a small light drink or whatever, and that's about it. Like, I'm not that big of a drinker anymore. I pretty much got a good chunk of that out of my system. I still drink quite a bit, but at home, not public. Yeah, for me, I really don't get the option to really drink in public because I'm normally the one driving. The only time that I could think that that's actually happened, so my friend group back in Wisconsin, pretty much what ended up happening was we all had, like, big disagreements and we all went our separate ways. But we ended up getting back together and we reconciled on pretty much everything that happened between everyone. And to be fair, I was, like, the only one that still talked with, like, all of them to some degree. But no, it was 4th of July and we went to go see fireworks. And there was no kids or anything involved. It's like, you know what? I'm not driving. I'm gonna have a few drinks. And honestly, I regret nothing. I regret nothing, chat. It has shared roots in English, as we have had major involvement. By the way, this is where Belgium, Netherlands, and Luxembourg is. Okay, so it's, I believe Mongolia as well shares parts of the English language, if I'm correct. So I did not realize that Dutch actually shared parts of its language. I did not realize that. At least that might make it easier to learn, so that's kind of cool. Not gonna lie, that's kind of cool. It's not every day I get to learn stuff like that. I just need to go down, like, more rabbit holes with stuff like this, like, because, like, stuff like that is, like, interesting to find out. Like, I would like to know, like, what parts of the language are, like, shared, right? It's always all Latin, other stuff. Europe is complicated. To be fair, a lot of people say English is ridiculously complicated. In my opinion, I feel like the writing for Japanese has to be ridiculously difficult. Because, like, they have, like, 2 different languages, right? They got, like, the standard, and then I think they got katakana, or I think that's what it's called. But some of those kanjis or whatever, like, you write one kanji out, and it can mean 3 separate things, right? I feel bad for people that have to translate works from, like, Japanese to English, because, like, some of this stuff could literally mean 3 different things, or 4 different things, right? That's gotta be... I feel bad for them. That's gotta be a horrible job. English is wacky fusion of French, Guac Spanish. Yeah, English is literally just a mutt of a language. It's literally just, like, a bunch of languages put all together. You know what? English is like trail mix. Is literally what it is. English is trail mix. Like, you got your Chex Mix, you got your raisins, you got your M&Ms, you got your peanuts. I'm trying to figure out what else is in trail mix. What else? Okay. Now, I'm going down a rabbit hole. What else is in trail mix? We go from the English language to trail mix. What the heck is wrong with my brain, chat? I feel like everyone probably listening, and they've been here for a while, they're having a fever dream. Like, why is this happening? Hi. Once you boil it down, all languages originate from Europe. Most often share many language rules and words. And you know what? Actually, that's really interesting. I never really thought about it that way, right? The fact that our language originally originated in, like, you know, the region of, like, Europe and stuff, right? Since we technically migrated from there over to America, right? So our language is shared with them. So what of our language has really changed, right? I never really thought about that, like, the origin of the English language. I never really thought of that. That never really came to mind. It's crazy to think about, right? Like, half this stuff that you wouldn't think about, someone else has thought about, and they bring it up to you, and it's like an epiphany almost. Like, I kind of want to look into this now, like the history of like the English language. Maybe that'll be a rabbit hole I go down tomorrow while I'm at work. A little history you actually learn. No, and that's just it. Right? You get like little shreds here and there, and half the time, it's not important or it's not accurate. Wait a sec. Okay, had to double check. But either it's not very important history that you're learning in history class, right? Or it's not accurate. Like, there's some stuff that they would actually have in the history books. It's like, oh yeah, this happened, and then this happened, and then this happened. It's like, yeah, but it didn't actually happen like that, and this is why that happened, and this is why it's said differently. Only has 400 years of history. The UK has over 2,000. I know. It's one of those things like, yeah, American history is important, but we should probably look a little bit into like the England's history as well, right? That's where we stemmed from. We should know a little bit about their history as well, because a lot of the decisions that they made is what made America. And I feel like they don't delve into that as much as probably what they should. And mind you, a common phrase is history is bound to repeat itself, right? So you think the more we know about the past, the more like, oh yeah, you know, this is a sign or whatever of, you know, this happening. You know, maybe we should maybe take a detour and avoid that. But no, it doesn't seem like that's the case. I feel like the school system, the American school system is failing. It's failing at a lot of teachings. There's a lot of stuff that we need to teach our kids. But yet, nope, in 7th grade history and 7th grade politics, they're teaching you how to make hand turkeys. That's in arts and crafts. Why are we doing that in politics and history? That is stupid. And yes, I am speaking from experience that happened with my niece, and to this day, that still makes me mad. Flashback to blue with red hair. How about no? Was that before COVID? It was before COVID. Yeah, that actually was before COVID. And it was originally pink. It's just with the well water, it turned orange. Theater of War in World War II. In the U.S., do you learn, aka, how much Nazi Germany do you learn? In high school, it wasn't very much. And the funny thing is, like we did delve a lot. Like, I remember specifically into World War II. We delved quite far into it. But Germany was rarely mentioned. Mind you. It was like, oh, Russia. Oh, this is what China was doing. This is what the US was doing. Like, they almost actively tried to avoid mentioning Germany and Nazis and all that stuff. They did not want to do that. Well, I will say this for Izzy and Looms. If it was like we were doing a fundraiser or something like that, and one of the things was like, oh, I'll dye my hair red or something, I would do it. Don't get me wrong, I would do it, but it would have to... Oh, I didn't do the boop for the last round. It would have to be for like a good cause or something. I'm not just gonna go out and just dye my hair just because, like, chat, you know, let's get to this and we'll dye my hair or whatever. No, it's got to be something for like a charity, or you know what, like a sub goal. Like, let's hit 10,000 subscribers by the end of the year. If we do, I'll dye my hair. It would have to be like an outlandish goal or for a charity. That would be the only way I would do it again. Especially like if I do get this programming job, I am also the partial face of the company I'm going to be working for. And a lot of times they don't like it when people dye their hair colors. So that's something I need to think about as well. Like if we're going for like a green or a blue or a red, a lot of companies don't like it when they do that. This is Japan's conflict. It was only a small part. I wish in my school we learned more about the African sector of World War II. To be fair, I wish we would have learned about a lot of it. Like, to be fair, I feel like there should be a world history class and an American history class. There should be two different sections of history that we get in schools. But we get American history, and to be fair, we don't get all of it. We tend not to get all of it. 100 likes, I'm dying by hair, green chat. Well, it's just an example. To be fair, I'm not gonna do that. At least, not yet. Like, if my work doesn't mind that I do it, and, like, I can get away with, like, wearing a hat and keeping my hair short, we'll see. We'll see. If it's for a good cause, right? But I don't want to do anything to rock the boat until I get word on this programming job, because I've never been so excited to actually go for a position until I saw this. I want it, chat. I want it, and I'm gunning for it. Problem is, I have a few other contenders that I have to outshine, and to be fair, I don't know if I feel confident in myself enough to outshine all those other peoples. Is Curb still around here? He pops in from time to time for Izian, by the way. Curb does pop in from time to time. He'll pop in Discord. It's kind of rare. Like, mind you, like, he works, so he's pretty busy. Like, he'll pop in sometimes on Friday streams, but, like, Monday and Wednesday, not so much. Alright, chat. We're going to do 15 more encounters, which is 3 more soft resets. And then we will be ending the stream. I know we didn't hit the 2-hour mark. Starting Friday, we will go back to the 5:30. I just had it set to 5:45 just because I'm working a little bit later now, so it just gives me a little bit of extra buffer time. But we're going to get back to the full-on 2-hour mark, chat. I feel like the U.S. curriculum needs to teach more global geography. Dude, I feel like the U.S. curriculum is literally garbage. It's garbage. Like, the fact that we are so far behind a lot of these other countries with just, it's like everything. Like, I don't know if you know this, Crustal, but the amount of kids that could actually read to their grade level, it's bad. It's bad. And I'm not saying my reading level is at where it should be, right? It's a little on the lower side, I'm not gonna lie. But I could still go through chat and read sentences, right? A lot of people have a hard time with that. Like, I can open up, like, Catcher in the Rye, and I could read through that and understand it, comprehend it. Animal Farm, I could do that. Great Gatsby, you know, I can go through, read that, and understand it. But a lot of younger people are having a hard time, you know, reading it or understanding it. They'll do... Well, to be fair, back then it was something called Cliff Notes, right? It would just describe the whole book for you. But now you got AI, you know, that could do it for you. And I'm not saying people are super dependent on it, but it's another tool to kind of get around it, right? So it's just one of those things where they're struggling. They're struggling hard. Back from lurking. Anything shines? So far, Silly Billy, nothing. We got one more reset, though, then we're going to end for today. Friday, we're actually going to get back to the Shiny Only Nuzlocke. So I think what we're going to do, by the way, chat, we're going to focus hard on the Shiny Only Nuzlocke. And then we'll do, like, 2 days for that. And then we'll do Wednesday for, we'll do the Shiny hunting for the starters of Fire Red Leaf Green. Just for the fact of, I want to start working on videos. And... you know what? We'll do one more while I'm explaining. I want to do more videos, and the Shiny Only Nuzlocke is actually a video project that we're doing in a stream format. So we're going to be working on that. I can read and write just fine, but my math has been completely, absolutely horrible since day one. You see, for me... I'm decent with reading. I can see big words, read them, comprehend them, all that good jazz. I could read at a decent level. My spelling is atrocious. My spelling is really, really bad, which I'm pretty sure some of you guys have noticed. My grasp on science has always been horrible. Like, atrociously horrible. Like, I don't know. The only thing I know is, the mitochondria is the powerhouse of the cell. I know that. That's important. I spent 40 hours on Sword, Shield, Nuzlocke. And I gave up because I haven't gotten any of my first... No, well, we're doing ZA right now, and mind you, ZA shinies pop up all over the place. But I figured it would be fun. We're making it even more difficult by not allowing any sort of items. I thought I heard something there. But we're not allowing, like, any, like, items being used in battle. So, that makes it a lot harder. I need to pop in for the Nuzlocke. I'm off today, so here I am. Yeah, I was gonna say the Nuzlocke I think we'll do Monday and Friday, and then the shiny hunt for the starters, I think we'll make that a Wednesday thing. Like I said, I want to start doing a little bit more than just your standard shiny hunting. I would like to make them a little bit more interesting. Screw it, one more encounter, by the way. But yeah, it's just one of those things, like, I want to get a little bit... I want to do more videos and stuff, right? I want to delve more into that, and it's hard for me to get footage without, you know, having to do it on streams, so... Because I just don't have that much time at the moment, just, you know, I gotta save some time for Emily and Charlie, because mind you, like, I'll maybe get, like, an hour and a half with them today, and I want to spend some more time with them, too. So, it's one of those things, I need to put some time away for them, and then we got the weekends, which is usually our chore times, and that takes us a while. So, I am working on setting up a new stream schedule, or sleep schedule, to try to give myself maybe an hour or two before I go to work. But it's going to be a struggle, chat. I'm telling you now. I'm going to try my best, but it's going to be a struggle. Alright, though, guys. On that note, we are going to end stream for the day. I hope everyone's enjoyed. And we'll be back on Friday for another stream. Good night, everybody! And thank you for listening to my endless ranting TED Talks and my brain going everywhere and all that good jazz.